All right, so gonna get started here, trying to get as much info as I can on our objectives and what we can use, of course. Let me get data out first to know. Here is so objective is to beat this. Level doesn't matter here for us. Don't include it here. All right, so they have 70 speed. 70 speed is not that much. I don't know if we can get through this as possible, like right on web 2, right after Blood Night start. Get here. What else can we get? We need to check the trays that we have available. And go everyone. 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 And I don't know. Basically are the ones that we can use. So I'm gonna keep the level here, I guess. It'll be useful. As I'll keep the other ones there. Keep. The problem with node one here is that I think it requires a vaccine start unless we do some crazy stuff on BIOS, farm toy cars, which is not worth it. Pokemon here seems really good. It's he has nice stats for how early it's available. I mean, he has the same attack as like previous Digis, but it's still a power up from what we have available at the time, I guess. So I know one of the team is gonna be Magnanimon. Magnanimon here is just HP recovery is just too good to pass on. Because if we are going for Coliseum, we need a healing, some sort of thing. And nothing better than HP recovery really. I mean there is Mega Heal, but I don't think Mega Heal is gonna be super useful for how hard it is to get it. I mean, I would need to catch a Hidamon by itself. I'm not gonna be able to DNA into it. Just show up early. I mean that early. I mean, earliest I can get him is Web 2, Drive Domain 2, I mean, which is after Blood Knights, which is basically when Mugenjamon is available, right? Sure. Let me check here. Uh, Get this here as well. What are our options? Gonna put this here. This is how early we can get these stuff. So Mugenjamon is Blood Knights 2, so that's exactly when we are able to go for cheap tamer. So if I can only catch a Pidamon on Blood Knight 2, it makes no sense. I mean, it's way better to just catch a Gurumon and trade. So we know for sure that one of the Digimons that we are gonna use is gonna be Magnangemon. So gonna be here too. We can see, so it's Magnangemon. So let me check what else we got. We got two options for. I mean, we got two other Digimon, right? One is Magnangemon for sure. The other one is damage part because Magnangemon is not gonna be dealing a lot of damage. Which the tail is not bad, but let me check here. I have 183 NP. Check these skills use. HP recovery is only 24, and magical tail is 18. Not a lot. I mean, I can use 10 magical tails in about, I don't know, 8 with HP recoveries, which is not necessary. I mean, I can guard, that's no problem. Not an issue at all. Um, what I want to do is basically get two other Digimon to deal as much damage as possible, of course. That's the goal of the speedrun. Since we are targeting Colosseum, I think we can take advantage for the first time in Digimon World 2, like speedruns and actually routing for even a casual run. Um, we can use confusion, and I really want to do it. Really want to use confusion, and I think it's a good way to go. Or at least that's my first thought on how to do this. And we gotta check the options that we have here. Um, I think the options that we have are Geckomon, Vermon, and Isukamon. Each of them have some sort of advantage and disadvantage. Check each of them individually here. So Geckomon Gekomon is high attack gain, which is damage. I mean, that's a really common thing for various Digimons, I guess. So it's gonna be attack here. I'm just gonna put like the attack gain. It is low defense gain, but I'm not really that concerned about defense. Unless if it's too bad, of course, because Magnadramon can deal a lot of damage, and of course, the Prince Mamon is no joke. Although I am, if I stay as Gekomon, I would be a Virus Water, means the machine data type of Mamon would deal less damage, right? I mean, machine deals less damage to water, I'm pretty sure. Yes. So if I stay at Gekomon, would be a good matchup against Xander, but a bad matchup against Cecilia. Cecilia is the main threat, but still, it shouldn't be that much an issue if we have decent stats. Let me check the other ones here real quick. Weremon. Weremon is the same thing, except oh, put more data here. I'm gonna put all of them. HP and D, back, and speed. So it's low here, high, high again, low defense, normal speed. Also, specialty water. Still Vermon. Vermon is darkness, of course. Is also low HP gain, normal MP, high attack, low defense, normal speed. So stat wise, uh, Gekomon is better. I mean, he has higher MP, and being water is better than being darkness. Darkness is especially bad because if we fight, when we fight Skull, the problem is the Pokemon and Puppet Pommel is machine, so it will be dealing a lot of damage. Vander is gonna be bad because all three of them are machine attacks. Hey, Monkey, how's it going? Thank you. Today is only theory. I'm not actually running. I mean, the game is not even booted here. I'm actually just uh, thinking out loud, and if anyone shows up and wants to contribute, you'll be welcome. I hope it's productive as well. I've been thinking for this for a while. I've been talking to Chaotix, and I just want to, lay the ideas out, like brainstorm what we have, the information, and I mean, we get started, right? So we'll see how it goes. Thank you for being here. All right, so let's check Pisukamon. Pisukamon is I don't think sites websites say that it's darkness, but I'm pretty sure Pisukamon is a machine, right? I mean, I think I've checked this before. I think he's machine. Low HP, high attack. Oh, it's normal MP, sorry. Normal MP, high attack, low defense, normal speed. They're all the same, kind of the same here. Like, yeah, Gekomon is better on MP, but not really that much of a difference here. They are all high attack games, low defense and normal speed. So I think what gets me here is basically the fact that Gekomon is water rather than darkness or machine. Machine is not bad. It's just neutral. I don't think we get. I mean, I'm just focusing on the less tourney here. So anything below that is not really that dangerous, considering we have a Magnangemon. If we're a machine, we are not taking plus damage from anything, nor minus damage. There is no fire attacks and no nature attacks as well. So everything is going to be neutral. So it's not really something bad, but it's also not good. Water is good against two of the three fights, especially Vander. So this is nice. The thing is how easy. I mean, there are other things here. The way they cause confusion is different, right? And although I'm planning for Cecilia and Chief Tamer, I gotta consider all the fights. Vermon is nice because the counter is 100% chance of confusion, so it's guaranteed confusion. The thing is he going to be attacked? I'm gonna check here some of the fights, but I don't think there are a lot of AoEs, right? So we're stuck with just turns 1 to 3 is basically what we do normally for progression. So nothing new here. First AoE is Virgramon, and then there's a Saberdramon, but it's a counter. Then a lot of single targets, guys. A lot of single targets, single targets. The other one is way later, another Saberdramon. I don't think we can rely on Raremon to actually cause confusion. Unless, of course, we get Dividramon, which is something that I'll try to think about later. Dividramon is nice as well. The thing is, even if we use Dividramon and Friendly Fire, we're still not, we still cannot target what do we want with Raremon. I think it's kind of adding too much RNG. Like, are you actually uh, confusing here? It is specifically good against Vander. Hey, Chaotix, welcome. I just started. I'm just gonna lay down some information here. Can you hear me all right? I never used this mic before, so I don't know how is it looking. Or I'm actually not really sure how the connection is going, but we'll see. So yeah, Raremon is nice against Vander because uh, if I use Friendly Fire, I can guarantee a confusion while actually being first to attack and not triggering their counters. Although I might actually still trigger that counter because the confused Digimon is gonna attack themselves and they might trigger other counters. And as we said, being darkness is not really a good thing. Um, and on the other fights, even though if we go for even if we go for a friendly fire, we're still only getting confusion basically on second turn, unless of course, the Digimon that has friendly fire is really fast. I don't know if we can get to serious speed here, and I wouldn't count on this. Although that is kind of the same problem with Gekomon. Gekomon, it's easier, like it's simpler to cause confusion with him. You just attack and you even choose the target. A bit of an echoey sound. And I don't even know how to change it. Really, I've gotta get a better mic. Gonna try to. And I don't know if I can do something later here on the filters. It's because of the closed room here that I am. It's kind of, I mean, I can still hear some echo. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, but Rare One is, I think he's out of the question here. I mean, he is the earliest one that we can get, kinda. I mean, Gecko is pretty easy to get, right? I mean, Otama one is really early. So let's see here how early we can get these guys. So we can check like time, how much we can farm with them. Let me check here. Gekomon, I can either get Gekomon directly, right? I mean, he does show up on Web 2. Shows up on Disk 2 already. So I'm gonna get the data here. Let me get the data so we can try and compare. Second. Let me get here. This is Otamamon. This is Pheromone. Let me put this here because might be useful later because the Vidramon is something that we can use. This is Gekomon. Let me get Pisuka here as well, because why not? These are kind of some options that we have. So when one shows up really early, let me check where I can find each of them. Here. So Pisuka is only available on Web 2, which is really late, like really late. Yeah, I'm not sure how reasonable it is either, but it does show up there. Gecko is on Disk 2 and Web 2. The Web one is actually okay because it shows up on three floors, like floor 2, 3, and 4. So it's rather early. Like if you fail, it's not that long to try again. or try and get a good layout to catch him. The Vidromon, Jack. We're not gonna get the Vidromon through DNA, so it's just catching. So it's video 2 really late, like floor 7. I think, is this the one that is on stuck on the dark floor with the Numemon? I don't remember if that. I remember a boss floor where the Numemon is stuck on the dark floor. So if it is, I mean, we can consider that because it's a perfect opportunity because we have to go through video domain anyways. So that is something like it's not that late. I mean, it's video too, but it's okay. So if we're gonna get him, we're definitely gonna get him on video too because he is stuck there on the way to the boss. And we can get him there. He's also available on disc 2, floors 3, 4, and 5. We can go disc 2 here and get him first. I mean, it kind of depends on what we do first. Doesn't really matter much. But in any case, the Vidramon is something that it's not that hard to catch, and I think it can be useful because of Crimson Claw, even if we don't use Friendly Fire. Like if we don't catch Raremon, Crimson Claw by itself is a really good tech that we want to have. So the way that I'm thinking here, I'm not gonna have a team of ultimates. I mean, I'm gonna have Mega Ninjamon and two like high level champions. I don't know how high or what their stats gonna be, but it's gonna be like I'm considering going two champions and Mega Ninjamon. Because to be honest, we don't really need much to beat those guys. I don't remember what team exactly I used when I did on my no DNA run, but it was Mega Ninjamon for sure. I think it was Myotismon and maybe a Garomon, which of course, I mean, they are strong, AoEs and all, but it's not like the Colosseum is super hard. But the Visual is it's a nice catch and something that we can actually get to full heart. Stat-wise here, I need to calculate the average here for how strong this Otamamon gets. Thing is, Otamamon is really, really, really easy to catch. I mean, it's a rookie, it's 100%. Yeah, Otama is really early. Otama, let me check here. Otama is Web 1. It's earliest we can get him. And then either this 2 or SCSI 2. I'm gonna go with Web 1. I think I'm basically just gonna cut out Raremon here. I mean, his stats are not much better than the others. I don't think like the counter has more disadvantages than advantages at this point. The fact that I cannot guarantee that it's gonna trigger unless I use the Vidromon. Uh, it's not guaranteed that I'm gonna hit what I want, even if I trigger. So I think that it's just adding too much RNG. I mean, and if I don't rely on the Vidromon, I need to get hit. So I'm at least losing one turn of confusion because I'm gonna deal confusion after the guy attacks me. So it's not really something that we want here. So Ramon is basically out of the question here. Just gonna scratch that. I'm gonna leave him there. Okay. Now, how do you compare this Otamamon to this Gekomon? I think the Otamamon, the thing is, Otamamon is easier to catch, it's earlier, and I can DNA him, right? Because we still haven't even considered the starter yet. I mean, who is gonna be? Because there's still like the trades up there that I need to consider. But I think for stats, I think Otamamon might be better than Gekomon itself. I'm gonna check here. I think I have another table here, another spreadsheet. Hold on a second. This is the Metal Greymon. What was it? I think it was on the rookie only run. I had it all laid down. Not this one as well. It is the one rookie. Maybe this one. I have a lot of of data for. I think it's this one. Okay, so I'm gonna get the DNA here. This one. Oh, I only have the. Oh, it's fine. This is the one that I need. So the Vidramon is Dragon family. So on the Dragon family, the options are these, right? I can't get to Otamamon, so I don't need to catch an Otamamon. I can use the Dividramon to get an Otamamon, but we need a plant. The options for plants would be Mushroomon and Woodmon. Now, is Woodmon worth it? Or the datas? What are the datas? Floramon? No, Floramon is flying. Pokemon, I'm not sure if it's available. I have it here. Let me just need a plant. These are the options. So Blossomon out of the question. So it's Mushroomon, Palmon. Palmon turns into what again? I don't remember. It's a Togemon? We can catch a Palmon. Yeah, so it's gonna be, it would be Togemon, Woodmon. I'm gonna check here. Palmon, let's check here. So Palmon is, yeah, it only goes to Togemon and it shows up on molding domain for 5. That's the earliest. And then BIOS and SCSI2. Now let's grab their stats and check here. So the options, right? Back to the other one. Woodmon, Vegemon, and I'm gonna go grab Palmon here. I'm not gonna go catch a Togemon. I don't think Togemon is gonna be up anytime soon, for what it's worth it, I guess. Palmon. Wood has nice speed, but for a champion, like his HP is bad. Copy this here again. Use it in any percent. I mean, quick tap is not a bad tech. I mean, in Woodmon, it's earlier than Palmon, right? How early can we get Woodmon? I think there's a boss floor. I think it's this. Oh, it's this two. I don't remember. Let me check. We're not gonna catch Vegemon here. I mean, Woodmon is just like better in everything. So I'm just gonna delete this guy here. There's no sense getting here. He is on web one, the earliest, which is really early. So it's the same as Otamamon, a little earlier than the Vidron one. And it's a slow mover, right? I mean, it's definitely something that counts. Elmo, on the other hand, is gonna have better attack. I mean, just look at this here. Almond is gonna be better stats, no questions. But it's molding one that it's available, and it's a normal mover. But it is there's a problem. Molding one is before device dome, right? Which means I can only catch Belmont there if I start as data, which is not happening. Definitely not happening. So I would need to at least beat molding, get to device dome, and then buy the items and then go back to molding or any others. I mean, if I'm gonna have to go to the others, I might as well because it might be earlier that. So yeah, it's better to go for SCSI. Better to go for SCSI. There are two power ones. There are two power ones, right? Only. Oh, there's the Yamamon one. There's the second power one with the Yamamon. Now this one here is it still has the same attack, but speed is really better. This is SCSA as well. I shoot. Both of them I can find here. Yeah, HP is 3 and NB. It's the same attack, but I think the game here, especially on speed, I think it's not even possible to get from 49 to 63. You need like what, 14? I don't think there's the high roll is 13. 13, I read. Yes, I don't remember. The good thing about Palmon as well, I mean, it is not a slow mover like Woodmon, but it's a rookie, so it's 100% chance. We know we are gonna get it if we get the full heart, which is always nice on a speed run to get the consistency. Woodmon, however, needs. I mean, would still farm him a little, of course. I think Palmon might be the game here. Yeah, Twig Tap. I mean, Twig Tap is okay, but I mean, what was the name again? I just remember the audio. I don't remember the actual name of Togemon's attack. Needle Spray. Needle Spray. If only it was like Loomis that it had AoE poison. Because poison is nice. Poison is free damage. If it was AoE, then definitely worth it. But only once. I don't know if it is. I mean, not compared to something like Crimson Claw, which is just too strong to, not use. By the way, I'm gonna backtrack here a little bit. So we kind of discarded Raramon here just because how weak he is and how like inconsistent Buffalo Breath is. I still need to consider like, okay, I know one of the Digimon is gonna be Magnanimon. It has HP recovery. It's okay stats. I mean, it's passable. Like it is lacking for sure, but it's not like he's gonna die super fast and whatnot. So it's gonna be there. Magnanimon is one of the three. The other two are damage, right? So there are like three options, I guess. So we can go like confuse, confuse, like two Digimons focus on confusing the enemy. We can get one confused and one guy like I'm gonna go as support. No, not support. Like it's like to maintain something like that. So it would be one guy confusing, the other guy maintaining the confusion through interrupts, and we can get like confuse DPS. Like, because I want to use confuse, so at least one guy is gonna be confused. And I think Gekamon is the way to go. Like I still gotta talk about Pisukamon here. His stats is not really great for how late he joins. The only way I can reliably use him is through interrupts, which is nice because again, it's guaranteed, but it might just be on turn two and onwards. I think the champ is gonna be Electroshocker. That's the only possible candidate, unless I just use pure Megadramon and Wingblade, meaning that I only get like everything that I catch, I'm gonna fuse into the confusion guy and use Megadramon to maintain the confusion, Megadramon to heal. I don't know how strong that is gonna be, but it's an option. So I could do like I mean that basically means that the first thing that I'm gonna catch is gonna be like I mean he is partial DPS for sure. I mean Wingblade is not weak. Dark side attack is not bad as well. The concern is MP of course. But the attack is nice. I mean, he is on pair with Cecilia. Here's the other thing, right? Like, Megadramon is Dragon as well, right? Megadramon, I'm pretty sure it's Dragon. Is Dragon. So he has the same DNA result as the Vidramon. So I could skip the Vidramon, go for Megadramon, and then DNA that with the Togemon to get Otamamon. That Otamamon is It's gonna go to all the way to ultimate. I'm not sure if he's gonna be. It's not gonna have the time for it, but he will become stronger than the other combination, right? I mean, attack wise, he will be. But honestly, what I really need is speed, and I would be losing Crimson Claw here. Like, how strong is Crimson Claw again? It's 30, 35 AP, man. This thing is broken. Like, it's stronger than Dark Side attack. It's just too strong. Like let me just compare here. Like Dark Side attack is 20 MP, 32.5. Crimson Claw costs less and deals more damage. And we don't really care about Dark Side attack effect, right? Unless Cecilia, but we're not counting on that. If it was Gigabyte Wing, then that would be nice because a fast attacker with Gigabyte Wing would be a way to maintain confusion. So I think one of them could be the Vidra plus Palmon here. This second Palmon, the one with Yamamon. Oh yeah, there's that too. Sure, too slow. Yeah, that doesn't really matter. Crimson Glow is just a better attack. The other bad thing about using these two guys is because we're facing a Marine Angemon, and there's the motivation down. Like it can just ruin two of my Digimons. I mean, it can already cripple Mega Angemon to the point of being useless in the fight. But if two out of three Digimons it attacks, it's gonna make it bad. Then I don't really think it's really nice. So maybe only one like non-DNA Digimon, which is Mega Digimon. The Mega Digimon here we can catch, but then we can DNA him with something else. And here's the thing, like I still haven't decided about this. And the good thing is I could potentially like these two could like be kind of the same, right? Because I mean, the Vidramon plus Spellmon here is gonna have Crimson Claw and Sonic Crusher. So he can confuse and then he can go back to Crimson Claw, no problem. And he deals nice damage. But I think I need two guys. I kind of want two guys using Sonic Crusher. And that's the other thing that I think about like this and basically Pisukamon. Pisukamon here would be like one support guy that it's giving power to the first guy, and then the first guy interrupts. So at best, I'm gonna confuse on the first turn, and on the second turn, that guy is gonna be still confused, hopefully. So I'll be confusing one guy at a turn. It's guaranteed, but it would be one guy on the first turn, one on the second, and the other one on the third, and trying to maintain, of course. And I can still choose who. The thing is, I'd be losing like one Digimon using that first move, like a Pisukamon using Panic Wave on the first turn means that it's not doing anything else. Like, what I mean is, if I get two Gekamons going for Sonic Crusher, at best case scenario, I can have two Digimons already confused, maybe even before the attack. So their first turn is already can already be. I mean, it's not necessarily, but it can be already attacking themselves, right? And even if it fails, like if I don't cause confusion or if they heal right away, I'm still dealing damage, right? Uh, Panic Wave, if I use it on a normal attack, it might just run off, and I basically really just lost my turn. There's nothing I can do. And again, if I deal confusion with Panic Wave and then the guy heals, then I kind of lost my turn because I have to rely again on it sticking if I'm not using interrupts and whatnot. So I think the best way, honestly, it's gonna that's my first try here at this routing. It's gonna be two guys using Sonic Crusher. It is probably gonna be two Gekomons. Because Gekomon is okay here. I'm not sure if it was here when I talked about this. Gekomon is high attack game. Nice. I mean, most virus are. But the fact that he's water specialty also helps because Puppetmon has a machine attack and Vander, which is kind of annoying because of all the counters. It's also machine attacks as well. So I'll be taking less damage from Prince Mamemon. And of course, I'm virus, so even less damage from Prince Mamemon. So it's a little thing that helps. And since I want Sonic Crusher, I think it's the way to go here. So I could even have like two of them, like one being Mega Dramon. Yes, exactly. I mean, one could be the Vidra plus Palmon, and the other one is Mega Dramon plus another Palmon. I don't know. I think that the other things that we kind of consider. I'm just looking here at the final fights, but I still have to get there, right? I cannot just get the starter and use only it all the way to the end. So I will be catching stuff prior, and those stuff might be used. We know we are getting for sure a Shiakomon, Ikakumon, and Yamamon. We know we're getting those. We can use them. It would be nice as well. That's less time. It's less RNG trying to catch other stuff. Um, these two are marine. Let me check the table here again. So marine plus spirit or marine plus plant is still autonomous. What do we have for spirit here? Like we have Shiakomon. Shiakomon does not have a good stats, right? There's no way Kakumon can go back to Virus, so it's only Shiako that might turn into Otamamon. Pokemon, the Demi Devimon. The Demi Devimon start. You can get Demi Devimon, so we get Ice Devimon, then we DNA that with the Shiakomon to get an Otamamon, get a Gekomon. That Gekomon I can DNA with something else. Maybe the Megadramon. Gecko is Marine. So Marine Dragon would be Giza. That would be Giza at TP2. Turns into. It's still Cyclonemon. If it was DP3, it would be Deltamon. Which is I mean, it's not the strongest, but it's an AoE. So if we had like Demi Devimon with the Shiakomon here, that is necessary for the story. Then we get Otamamon. That Otamamon I can turn into. What are the options that I can turn this guy into? It's Marine, right? These are the options. I can turn into the Kunemon with a flying, which means Scissor Claw. Hey, that the chance for Scissor Claw here. Scissor Claw is always nice. Always nice. Who's flying? I know we can get Floramon. Oh, the Kune only turns to Flymon. I'm get confused, I guess. For some reason I just thought that he turned into Quagamon as well. Yeah, he only turns into Flymon. Caesar is not a bad attack either for DPS. Really not bad. I think it's better than Cyclonemon, but the thing is, the Cyclonemon would use the Megadramon. I mean, extra damage is extra damage, of course. It's no Caesar Claw, but it's something. Like, I don't know all about these two. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I mean, with all things considered here, I mean, all of these are flyers. Yeah, it's flyers, although I'm not catching Woodmon. I'm pretty sure the start here is, it's virus, right? We're not gonna start as, team, are we? How early can we get the Shiakomon? It's the same as Otamamon, right? So it's Web 1. It's the early we can get for story progression and start farming it. Is before molding, before device dome. The Vidra is only after device dome anyways, so it does not really matter for the Vidra. Palmon here as well, it's only after device dome, so it does not matter what start we get. If I get Agumon here, what are the changes we have as an Agumon start? I suppose Agumon, yeah, Agumon is dragon. So we're dragon here. So these are our options. None of these actually matter. I mean, Vmon, I guess. Polymetromon has a strong single target attack, right? Is it gonna turn into Polymetromon? It's gonna be Vidramon first, so it's not gonna happen. Can turn in with Tandemon, I can get the interrupt and try and maintain stuff, but I don't think that's the goal here. And for an Agumon to go all the way to turn into Otamamon, it's gonna be like at least two DNAs, which I think it's the the thing that's gonna happen here, right? Like, so I think one of the, hold on. I think we can like try and say that one is gonna be the Vidro plus Spellbound. I'm not sure if this is gonna be strong enough, just this, but this guy with this guy leveled up is gonna turn into Gekomon, which might have nice stats. It's gonna have Crimson Claw. It's gonna have heck Friendly Fire if I ever need for whatever reason. It's gonna have Needle Spray, which is poison. So I'm just not sure about these guys' stats. Only these two together, how strong they are. But they might get the job done. It's these two. Now I'm gonna try and use whatever else I have to get a second Gekomon. I using the Megadramon. So Megadramon is gonna be the last step on the DNA. So let's go backwards here. Last step of the DNA is gonna be the Megadramon. So it's gotta be a plant. Right to turn into a Tamon, it's gotta be a plant. A Tamon only turn into Gekomon, right? 0-2. It's fine, it's fine. It's not really, not like we're gonna go DP3 here. So we want like DNA of these two guys is gonna turn into this. Then I get 3 and 4, it's gonna turn into 5. Then 5 with Megadramon turns into the Gekomon that I want. Now, yeah, I know, right? Throw Yama into a Gecko. Oh, right. That's kind of sad. There's that. But I'm thinking something on the swords here. So the thing is, like, this is gonna be the main thing, I guess, up until Device Dome. Because when I hit Device Dome, I might be farming for a while. Like, Megadramon is Blood Knights 1. So Blood Knights 1 is just when we get to Device Dome, right? So if I get Blood Knights, as soon as I get Blood Knights, I can get the Megadramon, I can get the Vidramon, and I can get the Palmon. So I can get like the final team going and start farming them. Just got the two color fights. All right. Yeah, yeah. There's that. Because that is the thing, right? I mean, that's the thing that kind of worries me now. Because okay, two Gekomons, like the team is two Gekomons and Megadramon. Nice. Okay, might work. But how do we get to the Blood Knights 2? Right? We still need to win those Coliseums. It's only rookies and a Raramon at the end, so it's not that much of an issue. But still, there are bosses. I mean, we have HP ROMs, right? So Shiako is only after. I mean, I can get the Shiako to level 11 and just leave him there for the fetch quest. The thing is, if I go back here, Let's go. Let's try to get back here. Like fill the blank spaces here. So the choice here is either Agumon or a Demidevimon. I'm gonna put like Dragon or Spirit. This five guy here, he needs to be plant. The guy is plant. It's gonna be the DNA of two things that turn into a plant. So the only plant rookie is Elmon, right? But that is the only. Oh, Mushroomon. There's Mushroomon as well. Yeah. Thank you for once more 31 months. Wow. Thank you very much. Glad to see you here. Today we're not playing the game, we're just theorizing, just planning for one run that might happen one day. Or maybe I'll just do the plan and I'll let Chaotix do the work here. Thank you very much, Kat. Um, so the, the two plants we have are Mushroomon and Palmon, right? So I'm gonna just copy this here, make a copy here. Like let's say I start with Agumon. I start with Agumon, that's a dragon. For me to go, I can either go to Palmon here and then Mushroomon here. Like say I get Agumon with the Wizardmon. By the way, what are your thoughts on the Wizardmon? Is this good stats for how early we can get him? The problem with Wizardmon is that we need a Crabmon, right? So the Crabmon we can only get if we either start data or if we get enough toy cars on BIOS. Meaning it's not reliable. Withermon is probably not gonna be used. I could get Snow Agumon and get it late. Alright, it's all the way to Molden. It's still open on device on yeah, but that's really late. That's really late. It's still open after Molden, right? If we go Agumon, we can get Snow Agumon, which is nice. That's like, let's see what we get here. Like, we go Snow Agumon here. Snow Agumon is nice because this pair can go a long way. I mean, a long way, but we use this for Metal Greymon. So we know for sure they can handle stuff for a while. So what they turn into? If I get Dragon, I think Snow Agumon is Beast. Snow Agumon is Beast. So Dragon, oh, not here. Dragon, Beast. It turns into another Snow Agumon. That turns into Frigimon again. Pretty sure. Check. Turns into Frigimon. Sub-Zero Ice Punch is not a bad move. I kind of consider that a nice DPS move for a champion, but he might not be able to maintain the attack power because he might need to switch back to Sonic Crusher. In any case, let's see how this works out. It would be Snow Agumon here again. That's Snow Agumon with something that turns into a plant. It can either be, it's gotta be Palmon here because I cannot turn into a Mushroomon if I don't do the data first, right? So it's gotta be Palmon. How do I turn a beast into Palmon? Is there a way? There's no way. So I cannot turn beast into Palmon. I might change the order here. I mean, so let's not do this here. I mean, I could still use the Snow Agumon for maybe these guys. I don't know. Did the Vidra Palmon here? Gotta consider that. So I cannot, I mean, with Snow Agumon it doesn't work. Like, let's see if I can get something else. Like, you might get, what are the other options that I have? We're not catching Tapirmon or Biomon here. Like, it doesn't really make sense, right? I mean, if you're studying Agumon, we're gonna go for Snow Agumon. It could be Tentomon, maybe? Tentomon is okay. He has high attack gain, if I'm not wrong, and also interrupt to try and maintain confusion if necessary. Not using Agumon, instead using Snow. Agumon does have bad stats. Let me just check it. I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna get back to that. So if I do Tentomon, Agumon, Tentomon is insect, right? Who's insect? So dragon, insect. We're not here. So I go back into a Tentomon. Now, insect, can I turn into Palmon? I cannot. Not turn into Palmon. So it does not work. Let me check here. Actually, let's see again. How do I get to Palmon? Basically these three, right? Plant with flying, plant with spirit, plant with plant. Meaning that I need to be a plant on the second DNA already, right? It has to be flying or spirit in the vaccine. Yeah, let me check that again. For this to be plant, at least one of these two needs to be plant. Either the result of the Agumon plus something or there's no Agumon plus something. Let's see if that is possible first. So Agumon plus something, anything. These are the options, right? Any of them are plant? No, there are no plants. They are flying. I can turn him into flying. Is Vimon flying or dragon? flying. So Vmon is flying. And turn him to flying. And then from flying with a plant, data plant, it's kind of a shame, right? I'm gonna get a Palmon to go get a Palmon. I might as well just try damage everyone here. No, I'm not gonna lie. Let's just think of. I'm gonna go Snow Agumon here first. I mean, let's see the options we have in Snow Agumon, as you talked earlier. Um, Snow Agumon is Beast. These are his options. Can turn into flying. He cannot turn into plant. He can also turn into spirit. Why Agumon is spirit, right? A plant is just made with plants. There's nothing much we can do here. Even mushroom on here, it's the same thing. Like it's the same as Palmon. It's gonna be plant with plant, flying or spirit. You need a plant to make plant. So since this guy needs to be a plant, this one of these two need to be a plant. So it's most like we're not gonna get an early plant here. It's most likely four. So it could be like a snow agumon. If I get a snow agumon here with Gazimon, Gazimon is spirit. That would lead, I think, to Toy Agumon, which is spirit. Toy Agumon here, spirit. I would need a Palmon, anyways. It's just always Palmon. But I feel like this is not a bad combo here. I mean, if we get the Gazimon from both domains, that thing is pretty strong. Yeah, I'm gonna get all the Palmons there. Let me just check here the even here is really not bad. I mean, speed-wise compared to the spell one, it kind of is, right? It still has the same attack. For how hard it is to catch, it's just not worth it. It's still better to catch this spell one. Has better stats overall. I could catch this earlier, but still, that is not an easy fight if you fight it too early. If I change here, and one of them would be the Vidra Palmon, right? Let me take Megadramon out of the equation here. Let me put Megadramon in here. Let's say one of the Gekomon is simply gonna be Megadramon plus Palmon, the Gekomon that it is. It's gonna be stay like that. Like, how do I get another Gekomon? Like, let's just plan here from the start. Let's do again. Let's say we have these two. So I'm gonna take here the options that I'm gonna have. It's gonna be Agumon, Snow Agumon. I mean, it's gonna be on the roster. Hey Nira, how's it going? Welcome to the confusion stream of Excel, or is just theorizing stuff. Okay, so if we're gonna start a vaccine, it's gonna be Agumon, Snow Agumon here. And the other option is Demi, Devimon plus it's either Betamon or Gazimon. That's basically the two options that we have. Betamon is nice because it gives Fire Blast. I'm actually gonna work here on the virus side now. Let's see what we have. We want the good thing is since we want uh Tamamon, we don't really need to change the type. We can just stay on virus. So I start with Demi Devimon, right? Demi Devimon is Spirit. Spirit with Dragon gives me Tsukaimon. Tsukaimon turns into the Vidra? No, it's... What does it turn into again? Turns into Bakemon. Bakemon is confusion. We don't really need to go... How did I forget Bakemon? I don't really need to go to Gekomon. It could be Bakemon. Gekomon is still better because of the water specialty, but honestly, it's not a problem. However, unlike Gekomon here is low, high, high, low, normal. Pokemon is low, normal, high, normal, normal. So he gets more defense than Gekomon, but lower MP. The same happens with Tsukaimon. I'm gonna put him. How did I forget Bakemon, man? So it's low, normal, high, normal, normal. So he's the only one with not not low defense. Evil Charm is darkness as well, right? I mean, it deals slightly more damage against Marine Hegemon, and that's pretty much it, I guess. I'm gonna compare that to Sonic Crusher here. So Sonic Crusher has the exact same HP and AP and MP as Evil Charm, so they are just equivalent. Now here's the thing. I'm not. Let me check again. Routes. Here's the thing. Like this here, Dragon with a Spirit. I mean, it's the same that we've seen, right? It's Tsukaimon, right? So I can get a Bakemon directly from Megatron. And if I farm enough, I can go back and get a Phantomon. I just needed to DNA with a Spirit. Although I don't really plan on getting back to to Ultimate, but I mean it is there. It is there. It would be really nice. It's really big DPS. I really like that attack. So again, so we can go. I can get a Pokemon really early. Like we get Tammy Devimon with the Betamon. Betamon is really nice. It's high attack gain. It's we're gonna get Fire Blast. So okay, DNA these two I get Sukaimon. Here's the thing. After I do this, I'm pretty much free, right? Because I already have the confusion attack. I can go whatever I want. I don't need to keep Pokemon for the end. So I can get like the first confusion really early. The second one will be later. It could be either Devidra plus Palmon or Megadramon plus Palmon. I can even get like this guy, like there's a lot of stuff here. I'm gonna get confused. I don't even know what I'm writing anymore. So I'm just gonna forget everyone. It's just gonna forget it. We can get these two. I'm gonna try Gazimon later. And then we go back and get like I'm just gonna put here backup. We get Pokemon. So we already have confusion. Like, what happens if I get Pokemon with, say, the Vidromon? That Crimson Claw. So it could be Spirit with Dragon again, right? Spirit with Dragon. So I'm gonna turn into Tsukaimon again. Gives me nothing really new outside, of course, Crimson Claw. Other things that I have available here for DNA. Yeah, Fire Blast, Crimson Claw, Confusing Pokemon. That's right. That's right. And not a bad stats either. Like he's gonna be. It might actually be the last one. So the team could be like Bakemon, Bakemon, Geckomon, and Meganangiomon. Oh, there's the Yama as well. You mean DNA after the Vidromon or instead of the Vidromon? I gotta get Yamamon stats to see here and compare it to the Vidromon. I'm actually lost in so many tabs here. Let's get Yamamon. So comparing Yamamon to the Vidromon here, the Vidro is better. He has more HP and an MP. That's it. Um, I can get both around the same time. The thing is, Yama is required, right? So the Vidro is one extra catch because I'm gonna get Yama anyways. So Yama here is low. Yama is high speed game. That is something. Normal here, normal. So we can get this Pokemon here, DNA with Yamamon. So it's gonna be a virus insect with spirit. So it turns into Konemon. So we get a Quagamon. It's gonna be a DP2 Quagamon with a Geckomon and a Magnangemon. I think this Quagamon is good. Like he has, as you said, he has Evil Charm, Fire Blast, and Scissor Claw. So things are there, and which is really nice because on the first tourneys, I think it's better for me to go for full damage than actually try and confuse some of the guys, maybe. So having Fire Blast Scissor Claw is really nice. And I think this guy can get decent stats. I mean, Demi Devimon is, these two are not strong. But again, if we DNA and then we DNA again, I hope this Quagamon is strong enough. We can check. I'm actually more concerned about this Geckomon here. I mean, he is gonna be made with Megadramon. I mean, we don't have. I need to make this. I don't have it here. I have the stats here. I think the later beta would make a difference. First stat it would, but the thing is, still need to progress the story, right? Having an early Betamon, it's gonna gonna make it better for me to get there and get even take advantage of the experience, right? Because if I only have like one Digimon in the field, I'm like wasting the full potential of the experience that I'm getting from each fight. So I did this here, but let me try to see if I can calculate some stuff. I still need the stats from each of them. Like let's see if I get like if I get the Megadron right away. Like yeah, how bad it would be. Like a Megadramon with that one, that one here, right? So how strong would that Palmon be when it finally levels up? See the average here. I don't even know if I'm considering here there are both. I think there are both ultimates. I mean this formula here. Although it's at level one, so I think it's rookie. The rookies. I gotta recheck all of this. There's so many numbers. Uh, Taking notes on Belmont stat gain. One is low, high, and all normal. So if we're level 5, right? So how much averaging we're getting? Low HP gain. On the level is here. So I'm gonna get the slightly less here at 9. Gonna be, I should make a next bit here. 7, 8. I get him to level 13. I don't know how far he can go. Does he go to 14 or 15? I'm not sure. Let's see like this. So you get 9 plus, and go to 14. So let's see if I can get him to 14 here. So like it changes here actually the formula. So it from level 12 onwards, it's 5. I'm gonna get 5. Get 132 HP, 30 MP. Oh right, there's 30 for evolution, right? 62, 160, which isn't bad. Um, attack. Attacking defense is the same here. It is normal, right? It's normal. All of these are normal. So the medium is 4 to 6. It's 2. 7 to 10. It's only 1. And pretty much it. We get until level 11. Then we start over. Four. Then 3. About speed. Current speed is 45, so it's here. Then I get 2 per level. So it hits 1 here. Then he flows to 1 per level. So our Pokemon, it's something around this. Yes. All right, that's value. Okay. It here. I'm gonna get the Megadron the way it is for reasons. This is how it's gonna be. Is this the formula? I'm gonna check if this is the rookie formula. The stat gain, I need to change the stat gain here. This is gonna result into autonomous, right? Autonomous one is, it's the same as low, high, high, low, north. Low, high, or maybe it's for median. That's what I used back then. From here, like check. Right. That's the rookie's formula. All right. 40% of the maximum of the higher attack plus 30% of the lower attack. That's correct. These would be the stats if I get the Togemon from Valmon and DNA right away with the Megadramon. This Megadramon can be better. Like, well, let's get him one level here. Gonna put him like get 9 more of these for attack he gets. I'm gonna go just with the even if it's the lowest value, like getting to 21 to 22 is just worth it. He gets 1 more here and 3 more here. All right, let's just do this. This here. This would be the rookie. At worst, I mean, I only have at some levels here. It's gonna be between this and this. So let's take the median. So we're gonna be 120, 130-ish HP. It is not bad. I mean, Cecilia only has 65 speed, right? Or is it 70? It's 70. So for this guy to be faster than Cecilia, even at the best, he would still need at least like 7 levels. It would need to be 18-ish, which he might. I mean, I don't know how far he's gonna go. How far I will go with him kind of depends on the farming, of course. But comparing, get the average here. Get the average. It's gonna be like this. 80 attack. 80 attack is not bad. We're talking that level 11 here. Talking level 11. If I get like 5 more levels after this, and I think this is not considering the 30 HP and MP. from leveling up. So it's whether 160, 172, I guess. I think the formula here is not considering that. It's only considering the actual game. Pretty sure. So at level 11, this is not bad. And we're gonna get this guy all the way to, I don't know, 17-ish. I think he can stand his ground. Now that I think of it, like, okay, we're talking about Megadramon with Palmon, right? Because we wanted Gekomon, but we don't need Gekomon. We can have Bakemon, so we can have another option here. Go back to DNA. So a dragon goes with plant, it goes Otamamon, but it can go with spirit to get Sukaimon. Do we have a decent spirit that is better than the Spellmon here to DNA? That's the thing. Let's see who are the spirits that we have available. Devimon? We have a Devimon available, right? Check. Might be really annoying to get him. He does show up on Web 2. Two versions of him on Web 2. Let's see them here. Let's get their stats. We get the delete this. I'm not gonna use these, I guess. If this Digimon, I'm gonna put all of these guys here because maybe useful. 14 guy here seems good. One is nice here just because of Ice Blast. So I could have two guys with actual AoEs. Yeah, let's see the Togetic 14. Right. I assume it's gonna be something like this. If I'm just doing rough estimates here. So better HP and NP as expected. Way more speed. Oh, speed is this. Way more defense. Less speed actually. Palmon is much easier to catch. Much easier. It's a rookie, so it's kind of 100%. Devimon is not only a champion, I think he's an annoying one, so he might be troublesome to get. Yeah, but the thing is, this Devimon here, it's like I can catch him and just DNA him right away. I would be losing stats compared to this, but this seems nice. And let's be honest, I mean, we're gonna get this Spellmon, I'm gonna be farming it. Once it gets to Togemon, it can actually be used for story progression. Togemon is not bad. It's poison. It's not bad. And this is gonna be like right at the end. I'm just gonna catch this guy in DNA, and it's I don't know. I don't think it's really good. The Helgamon was nice because of Ice Blast, but I don't really need it. I don't really need it. All I need is confusion, I guess. Right? So what else do we have that is this spirit? Hey, not catching up back among. We have Angemons, right? Have Angemon. Let me check Angemon here. I don't think he's gonna be good, but we'll just check. Just cannot compare to that. I always feel like it's better to get a rookie and then TNA and level them up uh, instead of just going directly for a champion. Just realized something here. Hold on. It's correct. So that's two pound more. Okay. Yes, the level cap is not necessary, especially since this guy is actually going to be DNA with Megadramon, so it's not something we need. What else do we get here? Gazimon. Best Gazimon that we have is the one on Food Domain, which I deleted here. But it was basically as strong as this spell one. But I guess it was as annoying to get. But I can get earlier in its paralysis. What does Gazi turn into Nanimon? Nanimon is useless. Yes, that's worse speed. Yeah, yeah, it's not worth it. Leomon. There's a Leomon available on Drive, right? It's the same place that we get the Lurumon, right? Hey Kali, how's it going? Yeah, it's just spreadsheet stream. And I should be over soon. I mean, not with the routing, but with the stream because I gotta go to sleep. Sadly, I really wanted to keep doing this. The Leomon still does not compare to the Palmon here. Even if I get one level with him, to be on the same level as the Togemon. I am, really am. Glad to see you. Hope we can catch up soon. Been a while. Yeah, that's all they got. It's just not worth it. I mean, the only thing, the only thing that I think about is that this Palmon here is the Yamamon one. Uh, I think I need to get this down. They're all available SCSI 2. So if I start like it's gonna be like start of Blood Knights 2. I mean, this is Blood Knight 1 actually, right? SCSI 2, it's Blood Knights 1. But the start of this, I can directly go for the Palmon to start farming it. I wonder if by the time that I get to Leomon, I will already be at this power. But I think that's gonna be it. I mean, I'm going to farm. I accepted this. I'm going to farm. I'm actually gonna stop sometime like before I trade for. I think the last thing that I'm gonna do is like trade Magnanimon, or it's gonna be one of the last things. I might just trade it and then farm a couple levels on the other guys and then go for it. Especially if we check here the stats, right? I mean, let's not consider HP and MP, but for attack here, all the way to like level 16, it's still okay on stats. Even 17-ish, it's fine, but up to 16, it's still like a good increase. You still have a good amount to increase on attack and defense. So the team is gonna be at least like two guys level 16 and Magnanimon. So it's also like I can guarantee that I always get one set at least. Like from here on, I might just be wasting time because there's a chance that I get basically nothing. I mean, I do get HP, of course, but you get HP and MP, but and maybe speed. I mean, even speed, I would be on the chance of getting zero here. Yeah, sure. The only thing that I need is magnet. But I don't know if it's gonna be. I still need to. We're trying to. We're getting here to what my team will be, but I don't know how early I can get them. How early I'm gonna need to farm. So is there anything else to get here? On beyond the spirits. Torpedo one. I don't think it's worth considering any. There's Toy Agumon. There's the Toy Agumon that comes with the Angemon, right? Is there a Toy one with Angemon? Toy Agumon with the clear Agumon? Oh, it's the clear Agumon with the Angemon. Is it here? I didn't see him. Oh, there he is. Better than the Toy Agumon. Yes, much better. I'm gonna consider this here. All right. Oh yeah. So the it's gonna be. Where am I? So this Yamamon here needs to like not be DNA'd until Black Knight's 2, right? And Black Knight's 2 is when the Magnanimon becomes available. So I turn stuff to priority and then DNA this guy to get back to Kunemon. It's gonna be Kunemon, Megadramon, Palmon, maybe the team or something like that. Then I go get Magnanimon and then DNA these two and then farm them all the way to level 16 or so, which might get Magnanimon a level. So get Magnanimon one level, which is fine. And then we go for Chief, I guess. I always feel sad for not using these. 'Cause this actually seems okay. Like I'm using Betamon. Betamon is useful along the way, and he is gonna be DNA. Yamamon is for story and gonna be DNA. Talmon is the Talmon can be used along the way here as well. Oh, can't use vaccines, right? Right. Even then, I still think Talmon is better. Has one less defense, but two more speed. And Togemon is better than whatever the heck Clear one turns into. Theomon, I guess? I don't remember. I think it's gonna be this. Isn't that Leo? I don't remember. Turns into Angemon. It's Speedo at 3 plus. Turns into Leo. Is it Toy? I don't remember. Oh, it's Toy I the one that turned into Leo. Okay. So these are the questions. The only thing that I could get is like who is the there is this encounter that is a level 5 rookie with champion, right? Like the level 5 Palmon with the Yamamon. You got the level 5 Clear Agumon, or is it Toy Agumon? I don't remember, with the Angemon. What is the virus one? There's the Unimon with the Tendomon, and the virus one. First, don't have them actually. Level 5 rookies that are on Viricides are Tsukaimon and Mushroomon. Mushroomon is way worse than Palmon. Way worse. Does not. He has like 10, 11 less speed. It's just not happening. Oh yeah, Wood Veggie, that's probably it. The other one is Tsukaimon. Tsukaimon has similar stats to Palmon. The thing is, it's gonna be Dragon Dragon, which is not gonna turn into confusion. It would be Fire Blast though. Still, it's not what I want. Not at first, at least. But Tsukai would become Baki anyway. That's right. Oh, that is something. I can get Tsukaimon, get the second Pokemon that is gonna be DNA with the Megagemon that turns into a Betamon, which is Dark Tyrannomon. So I have Fire Blast and Evil Charm on one guy and Evil Charm plus Sisoko on the other one. I think it's better than having needle spray. How early can I get Tsukaimon? Same team as Doraemon. It's even earlier, right? Yes, on SCSI 2 as well in Disc 2. So it's the same time that Palmon is available, Tsukaimon is too. Wait, oh right, it's just I think it's Dragon. I was for some reason I thought Tsukaimon was Dragon. That's my bad. I go back to Bakir. Like, it's Dragon plus Spirit. Yeah, yeah, all right, all right. I got confused. For some reason I thought Tsukaimon was Dragon. So stat wise, it would be kind of the same. Uh, get here Tsukaimon stats. Delete what I'm not gonna use because it does not really matter. High attack gain has one more speed. Also, it's easier to catch Tsukaimon than it is to catch Palmon, right? Because Tsukaimon is virus, so we can use a better level gift than we can use for Palmon. Palmon, we need to rely on level. I don't know if level C is already available at this point at our base. Early in the domain, I didn't check. Some floors 2, 3, and 4 on disk. Pretty simple to get. Considering SCSI, it's floors 5 and 6. Would be it's the other way, I guess. But I think Pal 1 shows up. Yeah, Pal 1, I think it's floor 4 on SCSI. I don't remember. Yeah, so that is so it's easier to catch Tsukaimon than it is to catch Palmon. Tsukaimon has the high attack gain, which is more important, and we get two ghost guys. The only issue, but it's not a problem, it's just a downside, I guess, with Bakamon is being dark type against the vendor. We'll be taking more damage from all the machine things. But that's pretty much it. And Puppet Pommel on Go, but I mean, it's still gonna give him more stats, right? Like, since we're gonna go like this, Yamamon is gonna be DNA at uh, Blood Knights 2. If I get on Blood Knights 1 here on SCSI, I get the Tsukaimon. I can kind of do the both DNAs at the same time and have like two rookies and a Magnangemon farming for a while. Like, it's not like I'm gonna lose. that much time if I do the DNA with Tsukaimon with Megadramon. I think it can just boost his stats. Yeah, like that's the thing that I'm still missing here. I think we got a good progress here, and I'm gonna have to call it because I did not expect to stream for 2 hours of Excel, but that's how it is. At least the stream is going smoothly, I guess. I really need to go to sleep, so let's just wrap up here things. So it could be like we start with Demi Devimon. Me, it really did. It really did. I was playing like I'm just gonna stream for 1 hour and then I'm gonna go get some sleep because I have to work early. And then the ideas keep flowing, and it's always nice to talk to someone about this. It really helps. So the conclusion we have here so far is start virus, catch a Betamon, DNA into a Bakemon, and then later that Bakemon goes with the Yamamon that is required for story to turn into Quagamon. This Quagamon is on the final team. And on SCSI you catch a Tsukaimon. That just gonna put Tsukaimon here because it's gonna what we're gonna catch. It's gonna go with Megadramon and turn into Bakemon. And then Meganjamon solo here. So the team would be Quagamon, Bakemon, Magnanjamon. We're gonna have two Evil Charms, one Scizor Claw, one Fire Blast, and HP Recovery. I still need to calculate. I kind of wanted. That's one of the things that I wanted to do here is calculate the odds of this threat here compared to the others. I mean, it could be, but as you said, yes, that's the thing. I don't think I'm gonna get to ultimate. It just takes too long, I guess, and I don't think it's worth it. I need to feel the experience here, like see how far I am once I get like once I complete the team. Okay, I beat the domains. I have Magnanjamon in my team. How am I looking? How strong is my team? Can I push? I mean, if I'm level 20 or something on Quagamon and Bakemon by that point, okay, let's push it to get that dual Scizor Claw. But if not, I don't think I'm going to. Yes, it's too much. It's too much. I still need to do some calculations here on these methods here. I'm just gonna get all of these out. I like how I started the stream thinking this is gonna be the team. Two Gekomons and a Magnanimon and end up with me a Quagamon and a Bakemon. That's how routing goes, I guess. So I still need I want to calculate the odds here on all of these to see how the map supports this choice of double confusion. I completely forgot. My mind was only on these three guys. I was like, okay, confusion, Gekomon, Raremon, Pisukamon. That's the three attacks that's the attacks that we had for confusion, and I completely forgot about that. But it's there. So yeah, I'm just gonna highlight these guys here for reasons. Not you. So that's the team for now, and I hope they can take it. We're gonna be two virus against Cecilia, which is not a good thing, but I think the confusion can carry us. And that's the kind of calculations that I want to do later, like about two confusions, like Assuming the fight has something like Magnum, let's see Cecilia here. There's this fight that I absolutely want to confuse Magnum. The number one priority, right? Is it better for me? What are the odds of me? Do I need to attack both of them, evil charm on him, or do I go evil charm on him and evil charm say on Marine and want to stop from being uh, motivation down, right? What are my odds of succeeding here on one thing, on the other? What are the consequences of each? Because we don't want to waste, like, let's say, confusion power. If we keep attacking on the same guy and both of them, like, say both of them causes the confusion and then he runs off right away, it's kind of a waste. We still need to see that to see how we're gonna behave on each fight. Like if I'm gonna have both target on one guy or spread out. I, I'm not sure if we have the exact number on the percentage of chance to causes confusion with Pokemon. I'm gonna watch Steve Lumi's stuff here. This is the last thing. This is the last thing. I really feel. Let's see. I'm gonna check here. Where is it? Skill effects. So it seems like it's 50%. That's the thing. That's one of the reasons I considered and I might still try. Who knows? I mean, this is the first route. The maintain confusion thing, but again, the maintain only works basically against Cecilia, right? We don't really. I mean, on Chief Tamer, there are even no other AOEs like him. That's why I don't think it's worth it to go this way. Well, I'm gonna check here. So according to Lumi, I think let me check it. 02 roll 20. Was about the file charm. So according to Lumi, at least, not sure if he actually got to actually calculate this stuff. The chance on evil charm and Sonic Crusher causing confusion is 50%. If I take both on Megadramon, the chances of him not being confused is 25%. 20, 25, I guess. Which compared to the 50 is I don't know, it really feels like it's more than. Yes, that's the thing. I always felt like it was like 66% because it feels like it confuses a lot. It's gonna be there's an 11% chance of not confusing Magnadramon on the first turn if I attack with both of them. If I attack only one, it's 33%. I gotta see the balancing power if I confuse two of them instead of one. There's also a lot of variables here. Like there's the speed rolls, because maybe I attack faster than Megalodon, maybe not. If I spread out my evil charms, I can maybe get Megalodon before his turn, but Marina Jamon after its turn, or something like that. Anyway, at least for now, we got a team. Is it doable? I have no idea. I have no idea how to beat the bosses. I still need to plan all of that. But we got an end goal. We got the team. That's something. Yes, the Marine is almost scary because it will remain for sure. That's for sure. That's RNG, I guess. Um, yeah. So it's gonna be all for today. That's more than expected. I hope I can get back to streaming more often, even if it's just this. Like I really like doing this. It's always nice to discuss this. And I think the next time I might actually keep doing what I'm doing here, but actually going maybe step by step. Like we got the end goal and maybe the DNAs that we can get. And this is a raw estimate here that I have. Like uh, I didn't consider like a full DPS build. It might work. That's. I just think confusion is nice because finally we on a run. I mean, it's not even just a speed run. I mean, even if it's a casual run of Chief Tamer, we can actually consider confusion as a tool because we never do. I kind of want to use it, and I actually think it can work. So next time I'll probably yeah conclude all color rounds. That's gonna be used. I mean, I think on the first ones I might not really go for it. I don't know because I'm gonna have Scissor Claw and Fire Blast here. I'm not sure yet. I mean, this second Pokemon is definitely going for it. It's like the only champion attack it has. So it's gonna be one guy confusing the other guy with Fire Blast or Scissor Claw or something like that. All right, I still gotta remember about the melee thing. Thanks for reminding me. So yeah, this is the first thing that I think of. Next time, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. I'll try to lay down, like maybe really do the steps, like try to estimate how much experience we're gonna get, how we're gonna beat the bosses from the domains, and this kind of stuff. Because I don't know, like am I considering here that I'm gonna have Demi Devimon and Betamon all the way to Device Dome, right? That's not one thing. Are we gonna get Metal Greymon just to get there? Like Demi Devimon, Betamon, Metal Greymon, can they get there to Device Dome? So that's the kind of thing that I want to see next time. It's actually to plan the step by step and see if it's doable or if we're gonna suffer. Gotta take into account the items, the money that we have, like we're gonna have HP ROMs and that kind of stuff. It's gonna be fine. And once all the route is done, I may try the call again, segmented run, not in one sitting. I might try just see if it works. And then if and when I have the time, I might try the full thing. But it's nice. I mean, I like doing this. I like spreadsheets. I mean, you've seen here, right? Like I have this for this is just for the one rookie run. Like I have all the things calculated here. Like how many turns do I it takes for me to beat each boss? How much Z candle I need? I mean, I have a lot of stuff here just because I like doing this. So planning is really big part of the fun for me, and tackling this new run that no one done before, it's really nice. A lot of possibilities, and we can maybe go for device dome. I didn't check device dome run yet to see what's best, and any percent, of course, the final goal, I guess. In any case, thank you, Chaotix, for being here. Thank you, Kali. Thank you, Nira, Kat, for the sub, for being here. I really appreciate you all. It's good to be back. I hope keep this more often. And I hope the audio was not so bad. I am gonna check what I can see here with my mic. I'm not using the same mic that I was using before. Also, I'm not using cables on my notebook or laptop. And was kind of scared that the stream might lag or something, but it seems that it was fine. I didn't see any dropped frames or something, gladly. So yeah, uh, thank you for being here. Remember to stay safe and see ya.